Hello, hello. Happy, what is it, Thursday? Happy Thursday morning, everybody. I am so sorry that I have not, that I did not put up a video last week. It's not because I didn't want to. I had a really good weigh-in last week. I had 3 pounds down that I lost. That's amazing, right? And so this week, I just weighed in today and I'm 2 pounds down. So that's a total of 5 pounds in 2 weeks. Oh my gosh, that's so great. I'm so impressed. And so let me go ahead and break it down for you and explain to you how it all happened. Okay, so as you may have known, or if you can remember, it was about, let me clean you off here, hold on. Okay, so I don't know what all happened there, but my video stopped working. I went on and on and on. Okay, so if you remember, about 3 weeks ago, I was up like 4.7, somewhere in there. It was like a huge jump. And I was like, I gotta snap out of this. I gotta get myself in check. I gotta figure something else out because that is not working. And so then, which I think a lot of it was water weight from Mother's Day and all the celebrations that come up, right? Now it's like graduation time frame. Oh, all the good foods, right? Anyways, so then I lost a lot of the water weight, I think, primarily having to do with just keeping my portions small, being mindful when I ate. There wasn't anything very specific that I did 2 weeks ago to kind of lose that 3 pounds. Now, this past week, I've purposefully been doing something new. So I use an app called iTrackBites. This is no plug for it by any means, unless you want to use it. But it's a free app. Just go to your store or whatever, where you buy all your apps on your phone. And what it is it kind of mirrors the Weight Watcher app where you can track your food. And they have a lot of plans that Weight Watchers, old plans that they used to use, and their new freestyle plan. But there's a free version, and then there's a version that I pay for, which is the Pro. It's like $36 for a full year. I mean, it's really cheap comparatively speaking, and I love it. So within that iTrackBites community, I've met a few people, and I should say online, and I really enjoy their company, and it's like my tribe. So I've got Meg and Jordan and Brianna and Brittany, and these people are just amazing people, and they're all on this journey with me. And so in case you also didn't know, if you're doing iTrackBites, which I'm no longer doing Weight Watchers, and I've told you guys all this before in a different video, but iTrackBites has a once a week online free meeting that we all are able to hear, stories. We talk about goods, highs and lows through the week. We talk about a topic. So for instance, last week the topic was intermittent fasting. And that's at 8 p.m. on Tuesday evenings. You can go to Instagram to iTrackBites page and just wait for it to click on. It's a live meeting, and it's so enjoyable to watch. The people who run it is Jordan, or the people who run the meeting is Jordan and his wife Brittany, and they're just great. So I would encourage you guys to go and watch it. Even if you're not doing iTrackBites and you're just doing Weight Watchers, it's a free meeting. So jump in there, enjoy it, and let me know what you think. Anyways, so last week we all were talking about intermittent fasting, and keep in mind, I've tried intermittent fasting in the past, but I've only really done seriously like 12-hour fasts. So it didn't really seem to be much different than a normal day for me, because I think I do a lot of 12-hour fasting anyway. But this past week we talked about let's try a real good go at intermittent fasting, but let's do like a 16-hour fast, so only an 8-hour window of eating. So I was like, yes, I can try that, especially if I've got people in my corner and other people who are doing it with me, like a support system. I was like, for sure, I can do that. And I think that's part of what helped me lose my 2 pounds this week, 2 additional pounds. I'm still not below the 200. I'm at 201.0. That's my weigh-in for today. I'm going to break that 200 and stay below it. By golly, come hell or high water, I'm going to do it. And I think this next week will be it for me. But the intermittent fasting isn't like you're depriving yourself. It's just an amazing experience. Like, here's some of the benefits. I feel totally in control, like something that I've never really felt a good handle on, except like previously when I used to do Weight Watchers. I never felt it with freestyle. When you are in control of what you eat and what you put in your mouth, and you're not just eating around the clock just because it's like time to eat, it's just so freeing. So my window of eating is from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. and my fasting is from 7 p.m. to 11 a.m. And so most of the time I'm sleeping, right? So I started it last Thursday, doing the intermittent fasting. And during the weekend, it was a lot easier for me because I was sleeping in late most of the time. I wasn't worrying about feeling hungry or anything in the morning. The only negative thing that I felt was maybe a little bit of extra tiredness in the morning and kind of that foggy thinking. But I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that I would always wake up and have my caffeine the very first thing in the morning at like 6 a.m. So I was missing that, and that kind of makes sense. Other than that, as soon as I ate and broke my fast, I felt fine. I felt energetic, and I still do. I feel energetic. I feel in control. I feel less bloating in my body. I feel clear-headed when I do finally break my fast and eat. And it's just been such a positive experience. Like, I really cannot stress to you guys enough. This is what I needed, that reboot, that kick in the pants. And I would encourage anybody who is plateauing or feeling like their program is stale or feeling like you just don't know what to do next, you want to give up, nothing's happening, nothing's helping, the scale is staying the same, the scale is getting worse, just try it. Give it a try. It's not a forever thing. You can stop whenever you want, and you can even break your fast early. It doesn't have to be a full 16 hours. There was a couple of days this week I did a 15-hour fast because I couldn't wait to eat any longer. Now, I think it's funny because my kids, who are both teenagers, have been noticing and picking up on the fact that I'm doing this fasting. And so they're really supportive of me. And even to the fact that when we went out to eat to a restaurant, it was like at the 6 o'clock hour, and my daughter was like, "Oh, Mom, we got to get that food. We got to get it eaten and make sure you get it done before 7 p.m. And then my son is just like, "Oh, yeah, sorry, Mom, you can't have this because it's after that 7 p.m. time frame, or it's not quite 11 yet." And so I really appreciated their help. So anyways, that's how I think I lost the 2 pounds this last week. Again, I would highly recommend it, that if you guys are, like on the horse, don't know what to do, don't know if you should or not, definitely do your own research. There's so many articles online. I'll go ahead and link a video down below that's like an hour and a half long. It was really helpful to watch, and I think there's a lot of nuggets of information in there that would be helpful and beneficial to you guys. Also, I use another free app called Zero, and it's specifically just for fasting, intermittent fasting. So you get to pick your plan of fasting. It keeps track of the time. Anytime that you're kind of unsure as to what time it is to eat or not eat, you just check on your app and it shows you, nope, you've got X amount of minutes and seconds left to eat. So definitely check it out, people. All right. So I think that's about it. Other than that, I've been walking like crazy. I do about 2 to 3 walks per day. I'm totaling at least 10,000 steps every day, and I love it. Just makes me feel so good to be out and walking and taking advantage of this beautiful weather when we have it versus all that nasty winter snowy weather. Yeah, I guess that's it for now. I'll come back on here and we'll talk a little bit again here in a bit. Here's a couple things I forgot to tell you about that whole intermittent fasting. So just one thing to keep in mind if you're going to do it. I will tell you that hunger is a signal in your brain, I think more so from predefined ideas of what your body thought hunger was. It's not true hunger. So you're going to probably feel like these pangs of, oh, I've got to eat and I'm so hungry. But it's usually just around the clock of the time frame of when you normally would have eaten. And it's more to do because your body's conditioned to want to eat at that time. It's not because you're truly hungry. So don't give in to it. And I will also tell you that hunger comes in waves. So you're going to feel hungry. It is short-lived, trust me. It doesn't feel like it while you're going through it. You're feeling like, oh, it's never going to go away. But it will go away, that feeling, and then you'll have a nice smooth period of not feeling hungry. So ride that wave, don't give in, and don't give up. Just keep working at it. I think you're going to enjoy it. Also, one more thing, just understand that you are in control. So you can break your fast whenever you want. You can choose not to fast at all, but most importantly, you know when the fasting is done. So you're smarter than the fast. So if the fast is done and over with at 11 a.m. and it's 9 o'clock and you're sitting there thinking, oh man, I don't know if I can do 2 more hours. Guess what? Just do something else. Get busy. Go out and take a walk. Do some laundry. Do more work at your job. Just like get in there and do something else and get your mind off of it. And before you know it, it's going to be beyond 11. It's going to be beyond that time to eat. And you'll be like, how did I do it? And then what I'll also tell you in addition to all of this is that the more days that you do it, the more that your body stops feeling hungry at those times. So you'll stop feeling that hunger in the morning the minute you wake up. You'll stop feeling that hunger overnight as you're sleeping. You'll stop feeling that hunger closer to the time when you're going to break your fast. It eventually kind of just lessens and goes away. So it makes it a lot easier to continue on. I'm not trying to give you medical advice. I definitely will tell you that you need to check with your doctor if you have other issues or concerns or diseases or processes that you normally would be seen under medical supervision. So do not take my advice if you have other medical concerns. Please check with your doctor before starting any new diet, exercise, or fasting like this sort. And if it sounds scary to you, then don't do it. You have the choice not to. But just know that you'll never know if it's going to help you. You'll never know if you'll be successful unless you try. So that's what I did. Gave it a try. I love it. I don't know if I'll ever turn back and go back to my old eating ways. This has really been helpful this whole week. So just wanted to get that out there to you.